Okay, so I was inspired by this tree paintings, kind of abstract, by Ray Grimes. I'm going to attempt to do my own version in a more of a rectangular shape here, putting the tree over to one side to take advantage of the rule of thirds, if you know what that is. So let's see what happens. I'll show you various stages of progress as I complete it. Yeah, I put in a bit of a loose background. I want to keep this thing, pretty free-flowing. I think we'll let this dry a little bit and maybe accent some of those yellows and whites in the sky before I start working in the tree, but that's just a start. So here's where I'm at with this now. The background has dried, and I don't know if it's because I'm not using the highest quality paint, or maybe just because paint generally darkens when it dries, but I like these colors. Before I start adding the tree, I'm going to add some more color to make this pop a little bit. And so, I'll keep you posted, but I want it to be loose and kind of fluid, but I'd like the color to be a little bit more intense. And also, that dark bottom there is a little bit higher than I'd like it to be, so I might be adding some red along there to lower that foundational bottom there. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so I spiced up the background colors a bit. I lowered the height of that dark foreground there at the bottom. I obviously put in the tree trunk. It's a naked tree trunk right now. Added just a little bit of highlights on the left side. And now I'm going to start placing, first I'm going to put down the dark background or the shadow of the trees and the leaves, the branches, all that good stuff. And then I'll be adding some lighter blues on top of that to the left side. This is getting exciting. So I just laid in the basic shape of the tree. It'll be the shadow, the background of it. It ended up being a little bit bigger than I originally thought it would be, so I may have to, I may have to make that trunk and limbs a little bit thicker. Doesn't look too bad, but it's hopefully really going to come to life when I put in the lighter shades of blue in the highlights. So as always, let's see what happens. Well, looky here, this thing is nearly complete. So I've done quite a bit of work on it. Obviously I added the highlights, because even though the sun isn't showing, the light source, I'm assuming the sun is over here somewhere, and so I wanted to get the highlights in there. There are different blues, some cobalt blue, and I forgot what the name of the color is, but I kind of layered different blues, and then you can put in some white specks there. Also, I wasn't happy with this, like these yellow and white streaks in the background. Previously they formed more of a V shape, and I wasn't liking that, and so I had to redo the background to have more of a slant or a diagonal with the yellow and the white the background. And one thing I like to do is to really make these like darks pop, I added extra white or lightened up this here to make that pop, and try to do some similar things here to make more of a contrast to the shape. Also put some more yellows underneath. As I mentioned, the tree was so big at the top, I made the trunk thicker. And also what I tend to do with my paintings is I sometimes go in as I'm reworking stuff. I just put, like, I don't know if you call it flecks or flicks of brush strokes and kind of layer them. I did a little of that in this foreground here too. So I picked up some of the reds that I was adding here and kind of worked them in here to kind of disperse it around the painting so there's some continuity. I might do a little bit more work on this, but it's pretty well complete. I kind of like it. What do you think?